As a quick precursor to this episode, I would love to invite you to attend the autumn edition of my in-person event, Dare Greatly in the Coaching Arena, which will be held on Friday the 8th of November in Barnes, southwest London. It's a 5-minute walk from Barnes Station, and there's also a free car parking place on site. So it's the best of both worlds. We will be preparing and planning for your best ever 2025, and you will leave with that vision and strategy for your next 12 months with a newfound sense of connection and focus. We will be harvesting your present and planting the seeds for a profitable and joyful 2025, allowing your business goals to bloom with ease. I'm very excited to be bringing the warmth of the season and all of those beautiful colours and everything we can learn from shedding what no longer serves us and preparing for spring. Embrace the seasons of change and join me on 8th of November to Dare Greatly in the Coaching Arena. Do not worry if you don't know anyone. I will ensure that you feel welcome from the moment you arrive until the moment you leave. I cannot wait to see you there, and grab the link now in the show notes. Hello and welcome to Women in the Coaching Arena podcast. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Jo Lott, a business mentor and ICF accredited coach, and I'm on a mission to help brilliant coaches build brilliant coaching businesses. In this podcast, I'll be sharing honest, not hype, practical and emotional tools to support you to make the difference that you're here for. Hello, welcome to the 15th episode of Women in the Coaching Arena. I'm so glad you're here. I'm your host, Joanna Lott, and today we have a powerful episode lined up for you. So I'm going to be talking about the 3 biggest mistakes that can hinder your growth. So listen in and see if you are making any of these. They are super easy to make. So the first one is shiny object syndrome. So one of the most common mistakes I see amongst coaches is wanting to do all the things all at once, especially when they're first starting out. You want to have a low-cost membership and an online course and a group program and one-to-one and retreats and all of the things. And it's really, really hard to do all of those things at once. But you only really know that, I think, when you've tried to do it and you start to learn how much marketing is involved in each and every one of those things. Hence why now I have one thing that I sell, which is my business of coaching program. Whereas when I started out, I did the same. All of the online courses, all of the different things, the talks, the this, that, the group program, the one-to-one, like wanting to give all of these different solutions because then maybe they could find their perfect thing. But what I failed to realize is that each one of those things takes a lot of marketing. So you can't market all of those at once. For example, you would want to do a campaign. So, for example, if you're running a webinar, you basically have to promote that webinar every single day for 2 weeks. So then you can't sell maybe your high ticket program or anything else that you're trying to sell. So in the end, you start to realize that less is more and less is what creates a super successful business. What shiny object syndrome can also do is make you jump from one strategy to another without really giving enough time to see real results. So, for example, if you decide that webinars are going to be your way of bringing people closer into your world, you might hold one webinar and then think, okay, I've done that. Now I'm going to try something else, rather than hold that same webinar 5 times over a 6-month period or so to really see if you can get more people to attend, if you can make it higher converting, how can you make it more engaging, and really, really work on making that one lead generation strategy really, really good. So that's another way you can do this, and you will notice any top performing coach doing the same thing again and again, and they may have a huge team, but they will still run the same webinar week in, week out. They're doing the exact same thing, because even with all of those resources, you still don't have the energy or resources to do more than 2 to 3 strategies at once. So, what can you do instead? I would encourage focus and consistency. Choose one or two marketing channels that really resonate with you and your target audience. If that's social media, maybe go all in on one platform. You could possibly schedule to another platform, but you just cannot be everywhere and engaging and giving it your all in all of the places. So I would highly recommend picking one person to sell to, one thing that you're selling, and one platform that you're selling on, especially when you first start out, before you have maybe an assistant or other people helping you. But even when you do have an assistant and other people helping you, this is a really, really solid strategy. Maybe for you, it's networking. So you can make a decision as to, I'm going all in on networking, and here are the appropriate places that I'm going to show up at regularly. Success comes from depth, not breadth, especially when you don't have that huge team of finance people and marketing people and social media managers and all of the things that you really need to be able to run a 7-figure business, which is what you end up often comparing yourself to when you start, realizing that when they started, they didn't have all those resources either. And they probably just started just the same as you, slowly building up that audience and building up the growth that you can achieve as your business grows. So, the next mistake I often see is not mastering one thing, having a clear and compelling coaching offer, a signature program, which I talk about often, which showcases your expertise and delivers outstanding value to your clients, is a really great way of standing out in the marketplace and gaining expert status quickly. However, most coaches make the mistake of not committing to one specific coaching offer. They do a little bit of everything, just like we talked about earlier, trying to cater for everyone's needs. And this approach dilutes your brand, but it also confuses potential clients. So I run a program called Offer to Market 3 times a year. And if you want to do that program, the next one is in September. But essentially, what we do is we choose one thing and we create an entire campaign around selling that one thing, because it does take a psychological approach and a step by step. Here is the buyer journey, and here is how they're going to buy my thing to really effectively sell your thing. So, I would challenge you to create one signature coaching offer. If you want my help doing that, that's exactly what I do in my program, The Business of Coaching. We really nail your niche really effectively, your signature coaching offer really effectively, to really package your genius up into intellectual property, which helps you to stand out in the marketplace. And then you learn how to effectively market it and sell it and create an amazing customer experience. So, by committing to that one offer, you will position yourself as an expert in your field and attract clients who are seeking your unique solution, remembering that we buy to move away from pain or move towards pleasure. So, we don't buy a nice to have, we buy an essential thing that is causing us so much pain, or we are so desperate for this solution that we decide to make a purchasing decision. The third mistake I often see is forgetting that relationships build your business. So, a pitfall I see is neglecting the power of building those relationships, dismissing how valuable people can be to you because they perhaps aren't in your niche and things like that. So, you forget that actually building relationships with absolutely everyone you meet is a vital part of happiness in life, but it's also a vital part of attracting business. Because as coaches, our success relies heavily on the trust and rapport we establish with our clients. But it doesn't stop there. It's about everyone you know really supporting you and being clear on what you do so they can refer people your way. And this is a huge stumbling block I see often for the people that I work with. I say, have you told people what you do? Yeah, but I kind of get a blank look. And then I think, yes, because you are perhaps saying, I'm a coach, or I'm an executive coach, or I'm a leadership coach. And people are like, oh, right, that's nice. Versus, here's exactly how I can help these type of people. and then they know exactly how they can send those people your way. So I provide clear templates of exactly what you need to say to help people not just swipe past your email or message and actually take action to help you to build your business. And I think also not being so attached to the outcome can really help. So often it's like, well, I don't want to waste my time going to a networking meeting. And I hear you, I don't want to waste my time either. It's our most precious resource. But you are going to have to try lots of different approaches to see which one suits you and your personal strengths. So, yeah, you will waste a lot of time going to networking meetings and doing things for free when you first start. I did talks at universities and for businesses, and I met up with old colleagues that I hadn't seen in like 12 years for coffees, and all of it felt like, oh my gosh, like I just need some paying clients. But to get paying clients, you need to build relationships. So it's really great to start to enjoy building those relationships. What I used to say to myself all the time is, how can I leave this person better than before they came into contact with me? So I would always be wanting to make sure that they are uplifted, and I still want that with every interaction I have. So it's about your energy and how can you find them the most interesting person enough for them to actually want to ask you what you do. Relationships are the lifeblood of your business. So go all in, be as helpful as you can to everyone you know. Send them articles, thoughtful things. What can you do to really show that you love and care all of the people around you, and then they will start to love and care for you back, and your business will grow as a result. So they are the 3 biggest mistakes stopping your growth. Let me summarize today's episode. So firstly, we talked about shiny object syndrome. I would suggest sticking to a couple of marketing strategies on repeat so you can really test and refine and hone them, so you are an expert and gain a repeatable lead generation system. Second, become a master of one. Go all in on the thing that you want to be known for, that one package, before you try and start creating so many different things. Because mastering one package and marketing it really well takes a lot of time and energy. So go all in and be a master of one. And thirdly, focus on relationships. Be the most helpful, most kindest, most loving person you can be, and your kindness will come back to you. I encourage you to reflect on these 3 mistakes and take action to overcome them. So which ones are you making, if any? I would love to hear which ones resonate with you and what you're going to do differently as a result of listening to this podcast. So do drop me an email on joanna@joanna.coaching.com or send me a message on LinkedIn. I would love to hear which biggest mistakes you're making and what you're going to do differently as a result. And if you want my help guiding you step by step through your business building journey, that's exactly what I do in my high touch mentoring program, The Business of Coaching. You will get my eyes on your offer, your niche, your website, your LinkedIn profile, all of the things, as well as step-by-step training and the support and love and care that you need to build your business. You can find the details of the program in the show notes and see if it's what you need to grow your business right now. And like I always say, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and be the wise gardener who keeps on watering the seed. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Women in the Coaching Arena. Please come and say hi to me on LinkedIn or Instagram and let me know how you are getting on in your coaching business and how you're going to go for your dreams this year. My name on LinkedIn is Joanna Lott, and handle on Instagram is @JoannaLottCoaching. And I'll also put links in the show notes below. Let me know if you found this episode useful, share it with a friend, and leave me a review, and I will personally thank you for that. Thank you so much for listening. Speak soon.